In today's digital age, social media has become an integral part of our lives, and while it has so many huge benefits, it can also have a detrimental impact on children's mental health and their self-esteem. It is important for parents to be aware of the potential risks and take steps to protect their child's mental health. So social media can have a massive impact on a child's self-esteem, as it can really create an unrealistic and often unattainable standard of beauty and success. So children may feel pressure to present a perfect image of themselves online, leading to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. And as a parent, it's important to be aware of the potential risks and take steps to protect your child's mental health. Welcome back to the Warrior Academy podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about social media and the effects of social media on self-esteem with young people and their mental health. So I hope you enjoy today's episode. If you have been enjoying the episodes, make sure you click on subscribe so you don't miss another episode either on YouTube or on Spotify or on Apple. So let's get started. In today's digital age, social media has become an integral part of our lives. And while it has so many huge benefits, it can also have a detrimental impact on children's mental health and their self-esteem. As children become more reliant on social media to connect with friends, express themselves, and seek validations, it is important for parents to be aware of the potential risks and take steps to protect their child's mental health. So let's look at the positive and negative effects of social media on a child's self-esteem and mental health. Let's look first at the positive effects. So social media can have some positive effects on children's mental health and their self-esteem. And those effects include things like creating a sense of belonging. Social media can actually help children connect with peers who share very similar interests and hobbies with them, providing them with a sense of belonging. The next is that it can encourage self-expression. So social media provides children with a platform to express themselves creatively and actually share their thoughts and feelings with a wider audience. The next positive effect that social media can have is that it provides support. Social media can actually be a source of emotional support for children who are going through a tough time. But let's look at the negative effects. On the flip side of all those positive effects I've mentioned, social media can have so many disastrous negative effects on a child's mental health and self-esteem, such as comparison and competition. Social media can create a culture of comparison and competition where children feel pressure to live up to unrealistic standards and present a perfect image for themselves. Cyberbullying is obviously a massive negative effect of social media, and it can be a breeding ground for cyberbullying. When children are being exposed to hurtful comments, rumors, or personal attacks, it's something that can really thrive online. The next negative effect is reduced face-to-face communication skills. Children who spend excessive amounts on social media may have difficulty communicating face-to-face, and that can often lead to feelings of isolation and even social anxiety. Let's look at the impact of social media on self-esteem. So social media can have a massive impact on a child's self-esteem, as it can really create an unrealistic and often unattainable standard of beauty and success. So children may feel pressure to present a perfect image of themselves online, leading to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. But social media can lead to negative body language as well. And so children are exposed all the time to idealized images of beauty that may not reflect reality. When we look at the impact of social media, social media can have a very detrimental impact on a child's mental health. It can contribute to anxiety, contribute to depression, and other mental health issues. Constant exposure to negative news and social comparison can actually create feelings of hopelessness and despair, leading to an increased risk of mental health issues. I think that social media can actually be addictive for everyone, including young people, and that can lead to a lack of sleep, can lead to decreased productivity as well. And so there's things that we need to be aware of. So how can we help our children navigate social media in a healthy way? I think as a parent, there are certain steps you can take to help your child navigate social media and actually protect their mental health in the process. The first thing is to set limits on screen time. So when you set limits on your child's screen time, you can help reduce their exposure to social media and actually prevent addiction. You can encourage your child to take breaks from social media and engage in other activities, such as going outside or doing sports or maybe arts and crafts or reading. You can encourage face-to-face communication. Encouraging your child to engage in face-to-face communication can help improve their social skills, reduce feelings of isolation and anxiety. When you plan activities together as a family or outings that involve social interaction, like board games or outdoor activities, that will go a long way to help. The next thing you can do is to teach your child to be critical of social media content and not just agree with whatever comes up on the screen. So when you teach your child to be critical of social media, basically you ask them to question the validity of what they see online. You can encourage them to seek out reliable sources of information and to fact check information before sharing or reposting it. Monitoring your child's social media can actually be done via apps or services, which are very, very useful for parents. But by doing that, we can actually help you identify potential issues or risks, or even take appropriate action as a parent. So being aware of the platforms your child is using and checking their privacy settings to ensure they're actually secure is really important. The next thing you can do as a parent is talk to your child about social media. So when you have open, honest conversations with your child about social media, you can actually help them understand the potential risks and the benefits. So encourage your child to come with you to with any concerns they've got, right? So any concerns they've got on social media, either things they're worried about or they're experiencing, they should be able to come to you with. Anything related to social media you want to have at the forefront of your conversation with them. So it's not a hidden topic or a taboo topic at home. I'd like to run through a few questions that we typically get asked at the Warrior Academy around social media. The first is, what age should my child be when they start using social media? So different social media platforms have different age restrictions, but most require users to be at least 13 years old. I think as a parent, you need to make your own judgment and you make your own call based on your child's maturity level and readiness to handle potential risks associated with that individual platform. The next question we often get is, how can I tell if my child is being cyberbullied? So there are many signs that your child might actually be a victim of cyberbullying, and they can often go under the radar. But they can include things like changes in behavior, changes in mood, changes in sleep patterns or reluctance to go to school, and withdrawal from social activities. If you suspect your child is being cyberbullied, it's really important to talk to them and take appropriate action. You can report sudden behavior to the relevant authorities, go to the school, speak directly to teachers at the school so they're aware of the situation as well. The next question we often get is, what should I do if my child is struggling with mental health issues related to social media? So if your child is struggling with mental health issues related to social media, it's really important to seek professional help. Talk to your child's doctor or mental health professional for advice and for support. That is something that you need to do if you feel it's got to the stage where it's becoming quite severe and disrupting their day-to-day life. So to wrap up today's episode, social media can have a really positive impact on your child's life, but it can also have a very negative impact on their mental health and their self-esteem. And as a parent, it's important to be aware of the potential risks and take steps to protect your child's mental health. By setting limits on screen time, encouraging face-to-face communication, monitoring social media, and teaching your children to be critical of the content that they consume, while also leaving room to have open and honest conversations about what they've seen or done online, you can help your child navigate the complex digital world and emerge with a healthy sense of self-esteem and of well-being. If you enjoyed today's episode, please make sure you click subscribe on YouTube or on Spotify or Apple iTunes. And if you would like to get a deeper insight into your child's 3 Cs, what percentage would your child get for their current level of confidence, conduct, behavior, or concentration, then go to www.breakthrougharea.com and you'll get a PDF personalized report on your child's current state of character, which you can then use as a character compass to see what you need to focus on as a parent, what you need to work on to help get the biggest and fastest results in improving their character overall. So until next time, I will see you soon. I really hope you enjoyed today's Warrior Academy podcast episode. We're going to keep creating these episodes because I know that so many parents find them useful or get insights or get ideas about how to develop their child's character.
But it all comes down to the 3 C's: confidence, conduct, and concentration. So if you want to get a deep insight into the levels of confidence your child has, the level of concentration they have, or the level of conduct they have, so that you can actually put a score next to it and then work towards increasing those scores like we do in the Warrior Academy, then I'd love to invite you to fill in the Breakthrough Area Assessment. It takes about 5 minutes of your time, and you will get a personalized PDF report on your child's 3 C's. To access the Breakthrough Area Assessment and find out your child's 3 C's score, all you need to do is go to www.breakthrougharea.com.